me in the back, right? All right, I'm back. You guys aren't throwing tomatoes. Woohoo! All right, we're going to talk about delivering champagne on a beer budget. I'm going to try to catch up a little bit on the time here, so I might go a little fast, but at any time you have any question or you want to make a comment, please do. I'm going to cover some areas that some of you guys probably already incorporate into your businesses. So I'd love to hear anything new and innovative that I'm not sharing with you, or another cost-saving way to get that level of champagne. This is one of, hopefully you can see that pretty well. I love Target's mission statement. I think it just hits home of what we're talking about today. I think we all, as well as consumers today, we want the best, but we want to pay less for it. So that's why I included this. We expect more and we want to pay less. So the areas of focus that I'm going to hit upon on my delivering champagne on a beer budget are marketing, our facilities, customer service, and our staff. And I just wanted to focus on real quickly is understanding our target market. I think everybody understands our target mom is pretty much the average mom having a baby today is around 30 years old. And how do we reach them? I mean, basically they are totally computer savvy. The way we reach them is through our internet presence. And you can reach them through your website as one way. And I just wanted to point out here, you can do your own website. I highly recommend that you do that. I just don't think that's going to bring a lot of traffic unless you are, tech savvy, like a John Davis or someone creative, like from Key Creative. The basic website can cost as little as $1,000, but it's probably not going to get you the most return on your investment with not getting the SEO traffic you want. So the custom website can cost you anywhere between $2,500 and $7,500, but I really like the ones that have the CMS enhancement because they're a little bit more expensive, but I think on a long-term basis, it's easier for you to make the changes. You can just go on there instantly and do that. We're in the process of changing our website, and we are working with Key Creative to do that, and it's going to have the CMS enhancements so that we'll be able to make those changes. And it just becomes something you can schedule out. So those are some of those ideas there on your website. And then I just wanted to go over some of the things that your website is doing for you. It's your 24/7 sales force, and you need to revise and update that website copy as often as possible, because that's really going to engage your customer with your text, and it's going to help with your SEO the more activity you have on there. And you really need to make sure that your copy is informing the customer why they should do business with you. There should be some kind of problem that you're solving or benefit that you're providing. And this is how you develop a relationship with your customer. And one of the things that I think that's important to include in your website is some kind of introductory tip or a little free lesson that you could add with video. And then it has to flow. It has to create an action, it's got to inform them and get them interested in continuing to go through your page. And then you have to really promote a call to action so that they do enroll and sign up right there online if that's part of your software package. I know it's part of ours, is we really want them to just click here and enroll in gymnastics or swimming or dance right then while you have their attention. One of the things that we're excited. I just literally yesterday saw we have a mobile app, and we're going to be launching that in the next few days. I think there's a few little more tweaking that has to be done, but I'm really excited. I know Barron Gymnastics, they have a mobile app, and I think Scott has inspired Jackie back and forth with some of the things and features that it has to offer. And I think Jackie's going to include that in her presentation later on today, that you'll get to hear some of the interesting things that our mobile app's going to do for us. And Mobile Inventor is here. You might want to stop by and talk to him, but I think that's one of the ways of the future to engage your customer. And so SEO, I mentioned that earlier, to improve your website's SEO, you need to basically have great content. and you need to update it. There's a lot of free tools out there, how-to videos. It's really easy with our smartphones today to take video and instantly upload them. I think that's really important that you include that in your website. Make sure you have a key word phrase for each page that relates to your business to get that organic search engine working for you. Update. Make your pages very, very easy to link with other people by using that link within the text so that they can literally forward it on to someone else. And this is free. Sign up for your Google Webmaster Tools to traffic your keywords and your analytics. That will give you the information behind your website to make sure that it's getting the activity that you really expected it to. So make sure you get a return on your investment. One of the things that we actually hired an SEO consultant, and to be honest with you, it was good. It brought a lot of these things to the forefront of our minds of what we should be doing. I don't really think you have to pay for that service. I think it was good. It was educational for us. I had this misleading fact. They were like, oh, you need to blog. And I was like, okay, great. I'm thinking they're going to do it for me because that's why I'm paying them. Not. They're going to look at you. Well, you need to write the content and get it out there. So it was a good educational tool for us. But blogging is one of the things that can help your website get a higher ranking organically. And you can host that on your own website. And it just, again, then it can be shared on to some of the other social media platforms. And that will drive additional traffic to your website. And blogging could make you look as an expert now in your industry. That's another way to engage. And I'm not that great of a writer, so if I was to start writing for Cal Elite, which Lynn is a phenomenal writer, so that's not my strength, so I wouldn't be doing that. But if I was, and I wanted to share, there's actually some free blog templates out there for you to use, and that could be a guiding force. If you're, the only one on your management team and you got to get out there and blog, you might want to take a look at some of these free templates to help you, okay? And the last thing Lynn started this years ago is she contacted our local newspapers and said, hey, can I write an article? They submit it, and then we ended up doing an ad with them. So we ended up getting a lot more for our ad dollars to get that article. I know Sarah's doing that with Parent Magazine at Pro Swim Academy. The next one, she's got a 2-page spread because she wrote an article on swimming. That's just another thing you can do, and it's cheap. And it gets you a great way to serve a greater part of the market share for very little money. Press releases. This is another thing that I didn't know anything about. And so I started researching it, and this prweb.com is actually awesome, and it's really inexpensive. You can get a basic press release out there for $99 per press release. And there's tools within their website so you can track the rate of return on your press release. And it's really kind of cool. Like, you can just write a press release. I'm going to have National Gymnastics Day in my gym, and I'm going to do a water safety event, something to that effect. And then you pay $99. That's their basic level. And you can go further from there. And it hits Google, Bing, and Yahoo. And all of a sudden now you can put swimming, and press release will come up. And I've got to show you because I did that. And guess who came up? Our famous Rita Goldberg. I was like, oh my gosh, it's someone I know. And it had a press release for her British Swim School franchise that she had just linked a deal with LA Fitness to use all their pools to teach swim lessons. And within that article, it was a full page. It had everything about franchising through British Swim School, what it cost, how great their program was, that she was involved in Save for 3. It was a really good article. I'm like, heck, for $99? What a deal. So then I did gymnastics, and guess who came up? The Little Gym of Houston. And I was like, whoa. And they're now also partnering with a major corporation, Stride, right? So they got their community service out there, and they got this huge corporation, Stride, right, to partner with them. And then when I got to the fine print, I was like, so what are they doing? They're giving away a coupon for a trial lesson. I'm like, are you kidding me? They do that anyways. But here they paid $99 and it got all this exposure on Google, Yahoo, and Bing. Just wanted to share that's definitely getting a lot more bang for your buck for your marketing dollars. This is another thing you could take a look at is on Facebook. Now they have offers, and you could actually do your own coupon offer there, and you can control the number of offers that you give out there. And it's kind of, in my mind, this was the beer budget of a Groupon. We could set how many people we wanted to expose it to. And Sarah, how many did you get? 120 people signed up, and you spent, what, $80? So versus Groupon, if any of you guys have done Groupon, which we have, and I love Groupon for a different reason. Now Groupon hits a much larger scope of people, but you give up 75% of that month tuition between what you're offering and then what their take is. Versus on the Facebook, it's basically the cost that you choose to spend on that coupon offer. So you get a little less exposure, but you definitely save some money there. So it's just kind of, you might do it one way, this way for this program, and then do something else. So I wanted to bring that to your attention. My good friend Karen King from Florida, she's the one that shared this with me about doing Facebook posts back, I want to say earlier this spring. I included this picture because it was the first time that we did it at the Cowley in Crystal Lake, is we were having our annual open gym. We do this big event for Easter and get the Easter bunny there and everything. Well, I was really bummed. I mean, I had 3 signups Sunday before Good Friday. And I'm like, oh my God, we've spent all this money in advertising internally. We've got people, we've got the candy, we got everything set up. So I spent $30 on a Facebook post, and Friday I had 95 customers. So I was really happy about my return on investment just by doing a Facebook post. And if you don't know, it's so easy. You can control what keywords that you can select, how far demographics you can do it. I mean, Facebook is out there and they are willing to help. I went to a Facebook little kind of 2-hour free seminar that they put on in the Chicagoland area just right after that. And I was like, oh my gosh, we should be using this for advertising. It was definitely a great way to save money and get a lot of exposure. The other social networks you can use is YouTube, Twitter, Pinterest. I know a lot of you guys probably have a Pinterest account. I just set up one myself, and I think I could get lost in it because there's so many cool things. I think that you could waste a lot of time. So that's just not the way Jet chooses to spend her time. But my daughter has a beautiful Pinterest. Like, she's got way too much time on her hands. But one of the things that we did at Cal Elite was we set this Pinterest account up, and we have bulletin boards with our YouTube videos, and then like our holiday show that's coming up. We're doing Polar Express, so we've got pictures about Polar Express out there, which is going to inspire us to create our concessions, and hopefully that's going to get our customers engaged and want to be there, and of course buy our lovely treats that we're going to make. So that's one of the things you can do with Pinterest. Twitter, I think, in my opinion, for our customer base really isn't that big. Typically, it seems like the 20-something and early 30s are using it, but I don't see it really applicable to our kids, maybe our moms. But again, I don't know if that's where I would spend my energy, but I did want to bring it out that through my research, though, if you do include some type of image in your tweet, it gets retweeted 150% more often. So if you are doing, Twitter, you might want to consider adding images to your tweets. YouTube. This was really amazing to me about YouTube. I'd go out there to do certain things like, how to cook lobster I've done how to cook salmon. And then I started looking at it from a business standpoint, and I was truly amazed. And then I went to this economic business forecast that our bank put on in the Chicagoland area, and their speaker there spoke on YouTube, and it just blew me away. So then I did a little bit more research. So I wanted to share some facts with you guys. More than 1 billion users visit YouTube each month. Blew me away. And then this was, I don't have this kind of time, but 6+ billion hours of video is watched monthly, and 100 hours of video are uploaded to YouTube every minute. So it is a driving force out there. And the Nielsen ratings, they have rated that YouTube reaches more U.S. adults ages 18 to 34 than any cable networks. I was just blown away. I don't know, maybe I'm just too much running or whatever. I'm not on the computer looking at YouTube enough, but it's the second most popular search engine. Did a lot of people, do you guys know that? I didn't know that. It just blew me away. I'm sure Ann knew that, though. You know everything there is about marketing. I was just blown away. But one of the things that I also learned from this marketing seminar I went to was that people are twice as likely to share that video than text or photos. I just thought that was really amazing that they are more likely to share it, and then 53% more likely to show up on page 1 of your search than text. Just food for thought. And then here's some ideas how to use video that you could use YouTube. I thought this was a really cool idea. On your welcome letter, I know we use iClass Pro, and when someone registers, we send them a confirmation letter, basically, thank you for enrolling for Tumblebees on Tuesday, yada, yada. Well, the coolest thought was put a little link there of a little introductory video of what a Tumblebee class is like. Mom will now have no fear. She'll know what to wear. She knows what her kids should look like. She'll know what the expectations are. I just thought that was the coolest thing. So that's one of my projects for 2015. I want to do a little snippet video of every program we have and every level, and then you can customize it, kind of like a template, and do that. And I want, you guys will hear later in my presentation, I want my customer service people to do it. I just think it's a great personal touch. Facebook page, I think a lot of people already have video out there, but I wanted to point it out that that was something they mentioned. Of course, on your website, I know it's on our homepage. Within your blogs, you can have video. And then, of course, Instagram, you can do those 15 seconds. I know our customers, especially those tweens, they are totally into Instagram. So we do that a lot. Okay, this was the other, I thought, whoa, epiphany here, at least for Jet. I want to share it with you. They suggested on your email, typically you have your signature, your title, everything, and I put this Georgette, Cutler, Cali Kids. And then right under that, he suggested you put, check out your videos from our portfolio. And on your YouTube, you create a playlist, and then you have a link there. So every email you send out has that link there. So who knows who that's going to touch, and they may click on it, and oh my gosh, then they share that. It's just that whole who you know kind of thing. I could get into some crazy sexual thing with STDs or something, but you know what I mean? It's that sharing thing. So, okay, shouldn't have gone there. All right, well, anyways, those are all my marketing ideas that I'm thinking I could share with you on a beer budget. Hopefully you got some champagne ideas there. So if I go to facility, I want to point out a few things. Now, this is an example of vinyl lettering that you can get today that is so inexpensive. I want to say 17 years ago, Lynn was on a scaffold in Cal Elite, with her paper, cutting out the letters and painting it by hand. But now you can literally send it to your signs guy. We have Saddleback signs here. And for $250 installed, get that on your back wall. So that's just an easy way for you guys to update your branding within your building. Another example is foam lettering. We have this in our Rancho location here. They're really cool. They're three-dimensional, and they have a polished, stainless steel look to them. And this is definitely, now we're talking the wine budget. It's about $2,000 for a sign like this. And then we have two of them. We have another set there. I just wanted to show you the difference there. This is above our curriculum board. So it's just another way of marketing or branding within your facility. And then this is another new thing that I just learned, and I just incorporated. This is the coolest thing. It's a cling. And so we have clear doors. We don't have a lot of wall space in our Crystal Lake location because it's a much smaller facility. So I took our holiday camp flyer that normally we would just print out, hand out in class, and I had it measured to be the window of our door. And it's a cling, and literally I can reuse it if the information is the same, and I have 4 minutes left? Are you serious? I've only been going 19 minutes. Okay, I'm going to go faster, but I have a lot of good stuff here. Okay, this window clean, $80, guys. Cheap, okay? Beer on a champagne budget. My floor vinyls, I have some cool floor vinyls. I was going to go through them, but I'll show you these. These you can put down on your floor, and they're the coolest thing. I made these up for birthday parties, and there's 3 of them, and all 3 of these, I've got one that says, kids love to be the center of attention at Cal Elite. And then the second one is Cal Elite's perfect birthday party. And then the last one is book your party now. All 3 of them, $120. And they can go on your floor, and literally you can, the last 2 to 3 months, you can do, if you have VCT tile like us, you can buff over them, mop them, everything. So I also did, we're trying to really push our dance programs. I want to show you. Here's my, and they cut them out. Like this one, those are just actual squares. But this one I did cut to size around the ballet shoes. Here's our tap shoes. And then I did some hip hop Chuck Taylors at the end in roll now because I was pushing that. But same price. So I already day one, parents were coming up, those are the coolest things, Jet, you know, so I was like, woohoo. All right, here's another thing, and I got this idea actually from John and Lori Kirk. They have at their facility, it's amazing, their new facility has a big sign that hung over their entry front desk, and it says, new customers check in here. Well, in Crystal Lake, our ceilings are way too high. It's kind of like this in our lobby area. So I was like, what's another way for us to tell our customers that enrolled online, and we want to give them the red carpet service. So I got this red carpet here, rug, and it's not even carpet. Now, this was $200 because it's a large one. You can get it for $125. It's 2 by 3, and it's actually made out of a plastic material on the back. You can roll it up, and you can wash it with Windex. So I'm like, this is the coolest thing. Cheap, low maintenance, and it's going to last a long time. Now, Lynn ordered this one here for our rancho. It's so cool. You guys can see it here. It's like a water hog thing. Now, that one is rolling out the red carpet service for sure, welcome. But that's like about a $500 level of a carpet. So that's a little bit more on the champagne side. Okay, gonna keep rolling here. All right, window clings. Another way that you can get your signage out there. Now, depending on your business, you have city permits. And so I want to show here, this is here where it's not the full percent of the window, but these here we did about 6 of them, I want to say, for $1,300. So that's one way. Now, we did the next level, which would be a beer level. This is in Crystal Lake, we had to do clings to provide shade as well. And this is our dance studio, and I have 3 windows there. It's got the perforated clings, so you can actually get the sunlight through there, but it also acts as a shade. So that was about $1,400. So that's just another level of clings. But this is totally, I have to give John and Lori kudos. Coolest signage. This is the one side of their building. They couldn't put another exterior sign. And I didn't even know, I just thought it was cool. And they have the Welcome to Little Otter and the 2 beautiful clings. They spent $1,300 instead of $13,000. I mean, it's a total cool thing for them to do. Now, they had their exterior sign on the other side of the building, correct? So, anyways, I just wanted to point that out. Okay, in the swim industry, a lot of people already use wrapped vehicles for whatever reason, I don't know. In gymnastic, there's not a lot of people doing wrapped vehicles. So I wanted to show you the beer, wine, and champagne level of a wrapped vehicle. This guy here basically has just got his name and phone number. It's about $850. I'll be honest with you. Why waste the calories? You're not going to get much for that. You're not going to get a lot of signage. So the next level is kind of a partial wrap here. And this guy used where he had just icons there. It's kind of like our website because we offer a lot of programs. Again, why waste the calories? It's like $2,500, and it's still not really, but it's okay. I could drive that, you know. It wouldn't feel so. But I have to share my dear, dear friend Tyler. Here's the purple cow, man. He totally rode it. This is the Dolphin Mobile. I know a lot of people know. His car has the dolphin. It's fully wrapped. $3,500. So if you're going to go for the wrap car, I think you need to go big or go home. Anyways, I wanted to share that with you if you're going to do that. Another way on a beer budget, getting that champagne. This is our office furniture in Rancho Santa Margarita. I have to share, Lynn and I have had this furniture since 2002, and we bought it used for $500, including both desks and our conference table there. Our chairs are from Staples, and we're still using them, and they're working just fine. But that's the beer level. Now you might want to go to wine, and Sarah has in her Pro Swim office IKEA furniture, so she went the next level. And okay, and then I didn't do any custom furniture because I figured we're not going to spend the money on that. Anyways, I'm going to go straight to flooring, and this is, I think, the coolest thing is the stained concrete. It is cheap, $2 to $3 a square foot. It's so easy to maintain. You just mop it. You can seal it once a year. Just low maintenance all the way. Yeah, it's not perfectly, where somebody's going to slip and trip, but everything you're going to have where you're going to need rugs and people can fall. Here's our Cal Leach flooring. We have VCT tile, same kind of thing, but now it's a little bit more of the wine level. It's $3 to $4 a square foot installed. And then if you want to do carpet, the next level is $3 to $7. I don't really personally like carpet. People spill things on it, and you have to clean it all the time, and the stains just come back. But that would be the champagne level. Parent viewing areas, here we've got our benches, and that way, we service our customers, but it's just low maintenance. We wipe them down clean. Depending on the length of them, they're about $650 to $800 a piece. You can go with just chairs. That's another way of seating. That would be more of your wine, but my favorite viewing is, I think, the champagne on a beer budget for sure is Swim Kids. I love that they have the 3 levels. If I can point here, they have high tops here, then they have a middle roll, and then they have these comfy, cool chairs, all bought at IKEA, correct? Yes, so definitely giving that customer the champagne experience on a beer budget. All right, facility boutique space. This is definitely low end, very small. I think Sarah spent $250 roughly on her boutique area there. She doesn't have a lot of space there, but you got to look at what your volume is of customer traffic. Here's our Crystal Lake facility. It's definitely more of a wine level. We bought all that furniture used and painted it and refurbished it, but we definitely have a bigger space dedicated to it. Our RSM location is definitely champagne. We have a separate area. It's designated to its own square footage with the opening. As you can see, there's definitely a lot more merchandise in there, but we have about 3,000 customers coming in every week, so it can support that level of it. So that's definitely a champagne level. Customer service is a way that you can provide on a definitely beer budget. You can provide champagne service, and the reason why you want to give excellent customer service is your customer will actually pay for it. This is also a necessity. You want to keep them, so you definitely, and I'm not going to go over this just because of lack of time of different polling of why. And then also, it doesn't matter how large or small your swim school is or your gym, this is how a small club can compete with the big guys, is just by providing great customer service. How am I doing on time? Are you ready to kill me, off? Okay. Okay. I won't go through my Power of the Mint story, but I will share that with you guys later. Personalization basically is what I wanted to bring out. You don't necessarily have to pay for fast service. Basically, you want to have that personal touch. I love this book, want to recommend it, Secret Service. It's key for me was your front desk is the front line of your business, and that they should be performing less tasks so that they can have that interaction with the customer. And I will definitely have this available. If anybody wants to email me, I will give you my slides. Are we going to put them on a Dropbox? Okay, they'll be available. So, all right, she's going to give me the hook. All right, I'm trying to think of, we've done VIP parties for our customers, make them feel special. One of the things that we've done is a parent advisory board. It's another idea to get your customer engaged with you. They feel important, that they have a say. since you're working with their kids. And I mean, you can convert an irate customer into a loyal fan, and I won't go through all that. On our staff, we do lots of things. Train. We've taken them on trips as a champagne level. As last year we took, 15 people to Cabo for training. And then a beer level is the same kind of training we've done at my house. So that's another way. Coach Appreciation Week. Okay, I have to point this out. We did this mini conference with the Hubbard Swim School and Swim America in Fresno, where we did a conference within each other. This is a total way of getting education on a beer budget, and everybody comes and they do a different rotation of teaching cartwheels or swim lessons, and then you switch locations. I think that is it. Thank you very much.